Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for May 9th, 2022. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com, and to access the Zoom call, which is an SRC4u software demonstration, we scroll down, look for this Zoom banner. If you would like to be part of Cathy's SRC4u Daily Energy Clearing Group, the information's here. We're going to click through, and this will take us over to the Zoom call. One moment, please.
What we have been working on, theme being nothing is impossible. I've done the screencast for the blog posts. I'm trying to keep them real basic because I think I give them a mistaken impression that this is a lot of work. This doesn't have to be a lot of work. It's my full-time work, so obviously I choose to do that, but it's not something that's required. So I've kept the screencast extremely basic. But what had happened, our overall theme continues to be brain because that's what we resonate with. But now we've elevated it to more of a mind-brain interface. And that makes a lot of sense. And then is where so much of the physical gets tied in. And of course, we're testing to see our next priority. Our next priority had been to work on what they call brain attack, which is really a stroke. And strokes are the third leading cause of death. So it's significant to do a little proactive work. And the strokes are actually caused by the circulatory system. So I had put in here, I don't know if this was Saturday or Sunday, it's all about stress, all dealing with the etheric field, stress related to the mind-brain interface as far as circulatory, and then gone down. We're going to look again, but we went down. We ended up going into the mastery on this phlegm. This phlegm is huge stress. So now for the next 90 days, every day we're going to get a little balancing on that. Anyway, went on down this to see where we needed a little extra energy through the Pro Tools. Let's see now where we are at this point. Let's see what Pro Tools we're interested in. Okay, look at that, 3 issue solvers. And so we'll add some of these things to that. But I went in, did we want a discarnate scan? We did not, which means we're holding our own because there's a lot of stuff out there going on that seems a little crazy. And then did we want a startup scan? We did not. So we're wanting to just focus, and we've got some new ideas. Mary sent an interesting bit of information over the weekend that it was timely. I had already been working on some ways to use our charger more effectively. And did this fit right in. So let me, first of all, they'll show you a few other things. I want you to see what a level of stress. We are only down to a 5. I've been working on this for, at least a week. The increased vibrational level and the resistance here at a level of 5, it's almost as if, because we don't know what that will bring. In other words, there are some things maybe we don't want to know. So we've got Pro, that is 8.204, whereas against is much higher, 10.164, and we're taking 21 minutes. So I just wanted to show you where we are with that. Also, I don't know if anybody else has seen a nuclear war agenda. Some of the words people are saying this. I'm not making a political statement. This is coming from a number of sources. So I put in planet Earth and in the timeline, nuclear war agenda. Look at the high number. I thought I'd wait. Let's just see what we say now if we want to keep going. Okay, it went way down to the 15. I'll let that go. But that was something interesting. And then I think I test everything priority for Chi. And that was a priority. But anyway, with the article that Mary sent, which was so phenomenal, it's about actually chapters in a book. But we talked a while back about all the curses that keep showing up, and the idea that the actual solution might be to bless them, and it speaks of that biblically. Bless those who do this, bless those who do that. And there's actually perhaps a real quantum element. It might not be about a Pollyanna type thing or a being silly. So I found some codes. Anything I read, I'm going to do my best to adapt to this SRC. So let's see what happens.
Cathy, question.
Yeah.
Do you have any of Joey Cohen's blessings?
No.
Oh, you have to
I'll find. Where are they? Is there a book?
I'll send it to you. I just had a session, not a session, but we had him on our group the other last month.
Yeah,
I'll send the whole thing to you.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the book yet. That's right, but I'm going to get the book. He's phenomenal. I am thrilled.
Very much so.
I'm so glad you sent that.
Yeah, he's really good.
There's so much to this dowsing, and we can pull in the pendulums too. It doesn't have to be. I kind of like to go this route for some reason, but it was phenomenal. I'll put the information there on the notes that go out today. And I did have, by the way, some really good notes for you to send out Thursday. And they kind of, every now and then, my Word documents get kind of squiggly and disappear, and that happened. They're in there somewhere, but I haven't found them yet. So anyway, this bless all electrical fields, a little bit of stress with that. Just for the heck of it, let's see if this is something anybody would choose to do a little repeating of. I'm not comfortable with that word champ. You get the idea. No, not necessarily. So let's see, do we want perhaps the sustenance balancer? Yeah, we'll take that. So I'm just going to, for now, put a little S next to that. And I have been scanning that whole list lately and then adding this stuff, whatever comes up. And again, this is such a wonderful thought. I know I love my gadgets, and we have to look at the beneficial and magnify that. So let's see how we resonate with that. And we will take that up there. Bless all the energy fields radiating from all electrical devices in the world. Let's just see how that looks. And now we're going to, again, we're impacted by all these devices. But let's just see if that's a priority. We've already done it for our own selves. Let's just see if that's a priority. Yeah, kind of in the middle. Maybe we'll let that be. But clear detrimental energy fields. Then taking that up. I think we're forgetting this might be part of the hesitation with raising our vibrational fields is the fear. Can we really do this kind of thing? I believe we can. Now let's look, do we have any desire to balance the subtle energy fields? This would, there's a bunch of them extending outwards. Do we want to do that? Is it a good thing today? Yeah, look at that. My goodness. So let's see. Do we want to do this with yes therapy? No. I want to do it with the recharger.
Are you sure you don't know Joey Cohen?
Me personally, it's been a long time. I'm not into all that like I should be, but what Mary sent me was amazing, and I'm going to be familiar soon. Let's look up here. Let's see if we want to just put that in the issue solver. This Put it right there. And we could look also and see yeah, we'll take the Reiki also, so let's do that. And this is always interesting to look up what the actual symbol that you selected is telling you. Let's look that up. There we go. So look at all that this symbol does. And this Reiki, if you start pulling this stuff up to see what is happening, you're going to see so much powerful information, which you can even make into a protocol of its own. So, this is good, they say, to end a session with, so maybe we'll do that at the very end. So it's for grounding, it's for the lower chakras. Now remember, this is all in reference to the subtle energy fields. You can pull this up in your own if you have, but we have all that clear the mind, clear a person, room, thing, or location of negative energies, harmonize upper chakras with lower chakras, create determination and completion, manifest material goals, and end a healing session. So we'll do this at the very end, and this is in reference to these subtle fields. Yeah, this Reiki panel, I think I've said before, a friend of mine who is phenomenal Reiki master looked at this and said, whoa. So it's very exciting. And anyway, just a few other things. We've done some of these things, and here are some examples I'll send out with some blessings specifically that you might want to add. And then I even wrote one for my little grandson to bless all the ultrasounds. And I tested prior to the chi, and he said, yep, let's do it. Now here's one. This is a blessing for the entire home. So you can work with all of these. And as you choose, test it for priority for your chi. Now I want to mention this movie, Transhood, which is on Netflix, if anyone has an interest on this. I heard about it on a YouTube from a woman who herself is transgender. And she waited until her 20s. She had always felt she was in the wrong body. She is a beautiful woman. But she watched this and is very concerned because of what's happening to the younger children. And she explains the significance of the puberty blockers and that children need to go through puberty. And that some of these decisions, we've got kids as young as 3 or 4 years old being shaped into believing they're transgender when that is not the case. So I just wanted to add that movie in here. If anybody has Netflix, you may want to take a look. This is impacting, very much impacting our children. And it's become a fad. And what's really jumped is not the men, it's the women, the girls, now believing they are not girls. And some of them in later years very much regret this with surgery. Young girls, at the moment they start puberty, having the breasts removed, etc. It's a concern. But then this is kind of what I had been playing around with prior to getting that wonderful information. And I added a few things that he added. I hadn't added smart meters, this fluorescent light bulb thing, the dimmer switches, and I hadn't been specific like with refrigerators or lighted digital readouts. But what I had started doing is doing this kind of scan and seeing if there was any interest, by whoever's being scanned or the group in having these personal items charged. Well, let's just see where we are. So we would like, as a group, the televisions charged, and just for the heck of it, and this will take some playing around, so I don't know if we'll get it done in this 30 minutes. And for example, let's just see. Let's just do a 528 hertz and see if that would be a positive. And you can do all kinds of things with this. Yeah, look at that. We'll take it. So let's go in here.
Cathy, do you have any thoughts on how often that should be done?
Well, I've been doing it every day, but according to the book, which I'm so thrilled with, what's his name again? Joey Korn, is that right? Cohen? Anyway, I'll put it in our mail, but
Joey, his name
I'm
is
sorry?
Joey Korn with the K.
K-O-R-N.
Thank you. What he's saying is this probably holds, but he's recommending check it with your dowser too. But I've been just doing that scan. I figure if it held, it won't come up again. So I just do it every day for whoever I'm working on. All televisions belonging members of Energy Group. Although I did get a wild hair the other day. We'll do an experiment in a minute. I'm just going to put 528. Let's just keep it simple and do a 5 minute.
And that would apply to our computer screens? Or
I beg your pardon?
would that apply to our computer screens?
Yeah, it could. We could even specify that. I think he's also got in his list computer screens. I have just generic computers. But yes, I would think so. It wouldn't hurt to add it.
Thank you.
I had a little wild hair the other day. I want to look at this. You know, our restaurants and bars are lined with TVs all the way around them. So I wonder, let's just look at it. And this affects us, even if we're not in that thing, the restaurant or the bar, it's affecting us because we're all members of planet Earth. Let's look. Charge, televisions, and restaurants and bars with 528. Let's just see, would that be a positive? In other words, if it's not a positive. What's that?
Churches.
Oh boy, yeah, there's an 85, so I'm going to do that too. I won't do it right now because we're running, but that gives you some thoughts. And then we've got, let's see what else we want, if anything. Smart meters. I want to show you something though. Can't see it, but right here, for a while, when we first started doing this, everybody wanted their mattresses charged. So you might look at that as well, because look at the time we're spending on our mattresses. And I'm thinking maybe we're not coming up with that, or water, because we did get charges for that over the weekend. I think that stuff does hold. So today you'll have this list as well, but now would be smart meters next, and we wouldn't mind charging all those TVs. I will tell you, I had an experience years ago. I was in a Chili's eating, and all of a sudden I looked up and I realized that all of the TVs were on the same station. I'm not going to say the station, but it gave me big time creeps. I'll never forget it. And so it's just something to be aware of. So anyway, as you go on down, you see we had wanted to preserve the theme. So let's click that off and see. And again, look at all the layers. And when I get ready to hit this again, now, and the SRC's doing the work. Now that's, oh, because we preserved the theme, we did not have it at the first level. Let's go on and see, add additional themes. Nope, we don't need to do it. So let's just go ahead and hit our wonder click. Make sure I remember to do that shin. Oh, it's going good. Okay. And we're going to say no. And our next thing, now there'll be a little bit more work probably tomorrow on this stress related to stroke, but then we're moving into blood. That's our next request. And again, it all goes together. If we're wanting to create the heaven on earth that the ancients said we're here to do, like maybe some kind of little reality game, then our body has got to be in good shape. So it stands to reason we want to move on into stress related to the blood. So anybody have anything to add? I will let you go for now.
Okay, thank
Thank you,
Everybody
Cathy.
have a good one. Take
Thank
care.
you, Judy.
Everybody have a great day.
Yeah, you have a great week, Cathy.
Thank you.
This concludes the SRC4u Zoom call. Thank you for participating. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well. YouTube disclaimer, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only.